Hi! Within this lecture, we're going to see the fundamentals of SQL and what it is used for in the real life examples. So I went into some website called sqliteonline.com. So in fact, we're going to use a simple version of the SQL running online in order to test some codes. And I found it by searching in Google SQLite Online, SQLite Online Browser, SQLite Online Examples, and it turns out there are a lot of websites providing these services, but this website is totally free and it is working well. So I have chosen this one, sqliteonline.com. So in the left pane, you see our database, okay? We have a table in our database called demo. So you can think, what is a table? So think your database like an Excel file, okay? So if you open an Excel file, what you will see first? You have to create a sheet in order to write some data into rows and columns. Remember? So this table is kind of a sheet in an Excel file. An Excel file itself is the database. So this is only an example, but you can see the representation. So our table is the sheet and our database itself is the Excel file. And in our table, in our sheet, we have some columns like this, and we have some rows like this. So this is nothing different than a simple Excel sheet, okay? So we have a column in here called ID, and we have a column in here called name. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see it better. So this is the first column, this is the second column, and this is the third column. And we have the values in here, okay? So this is the first value, this is the first row of ID column. And in the name column, we have the first value, we have the first row as SQLite, so they are all dummies, okay? When you first open sqliteonline.com, it gives you these values by default. So these are dummy values. We can actually change them. And we have a column called hint, and we have some dummy values here as well. So this is what an actual database looks like in a real life example. So in a real life website, you would see columns like ID, username, user password, user credit card information, and so on. But remember that this is an Excel file, okay? And this is a sheet, and these are the columns and the rows of an Excel file. If you consider this database as an Excel file, I believe you can understand it easily. And in the top pane here, you see some codes. Let me zoom in a little bit. So as you can see, it says that select star, and star means everything. Select everything from demo. And demo is our table name. So when we run this command, we see the results in here, okay? So these are the everything. This is all the values that are stored in the demo table. So right now, our main goal is to learn how to run these commands, how to write some SQL code in order to retrieve data, in order to write some data, and if delete or update data if necessary. So I'm going to stop here and teach you how to do that in the following lecture.